Hey, Daddy. Heard you needed a new Pokemon, yeah? I'm the Pokemon you've been looking for.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to think about that. There is just so much Pokemon craziness, and the memes keep coming in. And I have to admit, I've been playing a little bit. Look at this. I caught a rat the other day. Well, we're going to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes spoilers. There are data miners that will go out and look at all the files inside of the game, and there are some things inside of the data files that are not in the game, and that could suggest that they're going to be future or coming characters someday. We don't know. And it even says right here, these items are currently in a live game data, but are marked as unattainable. Many will probably never see the light of day. Anything from this list could and will change. And this website is swgoh.gg. And we're going to look at some video footage about R2-D2, Wicket, and the AAT tank boss, and all kinds of good stuff. Now, a lot of these heroes that are in this list have already made it into the game. It has not been updated, so it's kind of old information. But we have a lot of things that are already in the game, like Apprentice Guardian, Apprentice Sage, Apprentice Sentinel, Apprentice Vanguard. And those are just like villains that you fight in some of these battles. I don't know if those will ever become heroes. Saj is already in the game. The AT-ST driver, Aurora Singh, probably be a hero. We got the Battle Droid. We fight that guy all the time. B2 Super Battle Droid already was released. Barris. And then later we're going to look at the Dark Barris, the Dark Side Barris, which is pretty cool. Bespin Wingard, I fought him in several of the Scoundrel missions. It seems like that hero shows up there. Biggs Darklighter has already been released. Boba Fett. Bosk! That would be pretty cool, because I'm pretty sure he's a Scoundrel, and that would be a nice addition. He's kind of like a bounty hunter, usually affiliated with Boba Fett, and I think he was also in Empire Strikes Back. Now, this is what I don't understand. I can't imagine being an attacker, but that'd be really interesting if he was actually a playable or support hero. But there is a picture of him somewhere in the game file, so in what capacity he is, we will see. Cad Bane's already been released. Phasma, Cartel Bruiser, Cartel Saboteur, Cartel Spy, so there's pretty much just missions. Now, Commander Cody was just released, but he's been on this list for a while. We've got the Clone Wars Chewbacca, but I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a regular Chewbacca in the future. Chief Chirpa was just released. Chief Nebit was released. Then we've got ARC Trooper, and then a lot of these clone captains, Phase 1 and clone lieutenants, probably are just minions that we kill in battles. Clone Wars Chewbacca was already released. Commando Droid Diplomat, I fought against him before. Underworld Police was released. Dooku's released. And then all of these other ones have already been released. Now, this is interesting right here. A Dark Side Barris. Now, in the Clone Wars animated series that's on Netflix currently, at the end, Barris actually turns against the Jedis and kind of goes to the dark side. So that would be very interesting to have a Dark Side Barris. Woo, I like that. We got Maul, Sidious, Darth Vader. This Jawa was just released. Dengar was just released. Again, these are things inside of the game file. Probably when they published this, they didn't know that there were going to be Rancor raids. Koth, Embo, Emperor Palpatine is actually one of the boss battles, and you can actually see him already in the game. I made a video about that. There is actually already built into the game, and you can fight against him. Then we've got all these Endor Rebel officers and Scout. Again, I'm sure that's just for a specific mission. Evan Peel, Ewok Elder's been released. Ewok Scout, Ewok Warrior. And later in this video, we're going to look at Wicket. And Wicket looks like that's going to be a hero very soon. Finn's already in there. First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper. And then see how these are all question marks? And this was all released in the game files months before the Rancor raids were in there. And nobody knew what that was going to be. They didn't know if they were going to be playable or not playable. And they're part of the Rancor raid. And we did get one of them now that you can get in the guild shipments. All right, let's keep going down the list. Grievous was released. Veers was released. Geonosian Commander has not been released. That's probably going to be a hero that they release later. That would be very interesting. Geonosian Soldier is very strong. And the Spy. Now, this is interesting. Geonosis Padme. Ooh, we do not have Padme yet in the game, and that'd be very interesting. Grandmaster Yoda has already been released, but there's also another Yoda, and we're going to get to that on this list, of a Yoda from Empire Strikes Back. Tarkin, Greedo, Han Solo is a reward from the Rancor raids. All right, let's keep going down this. Hermit Yoda. So that's going to be like the Empire Strike Back Yoda, could be coming out in the future. HK-47 has already been released. Hoth Leia. This is exciting right here. I can't wait for that. That'd be so cool. Hoth Rebel Luke. So there's again a couple Lukes that are already into the game. There's like a Jedi Luke, which is a boss battle shown in almost all the trailers. You can see that right here, some footage of Rebel Luke. And this Hoth Rebel Luke is probably separate from the Jedi Knight Luke. Rebel Scout, Rebel Soldier, Magna Guard was released, Sentinel Droid, 86 and 88. I'm a Gun-D, Imperial Merc Leader, Imperial Officer. Jawa Engineer was just released. Jedi Counselor's released. Jedi Knight Anakin. Apprentice and Guardian and Night Sage. They may release those, but I bet you those are just minions or for specific battles. Jedi Master Consular, Guardian, Sage, Sentinel, Vanguard, more Jedi Sentinels. Jedi Temple Guard. I bet that is going to be a playable character. That would be pretty cool. Vanguard. All right, we're going to get to the exciting ones here. Karis, which is a Night Sister. Don't remember her too specifically inside of the TV show, but that was a part of the Clone Wars animated series, which had a lot of episodes about Night Sisters. Kai Adi Mundi, he was a lot of the movies, the first, second, and third. Kit has been released. Kylo, Lando, Let's Razzie has not been released. Lobot, Logray. Wow, we don't have him yet. That'd be pretty cool. Luce. And then Luke Skywalker's been released, Luminar's been released, Mace has been released, Magma Trooper, Mob Enforcer. All right, now Mother Tyzin was the lead Night Sister, basically the boss of all the Night Sisters, and she was in a ton of episodes, and I'm surprised she has not been released yet. Naleth, all right, Night Sister Acolyte and Initiate have already been released. Gunray's been released. Obi-Wan, Daka, more battle droids. Look at all these battle droids. Okay, now this is pretty cool. Padawan Anakin Skywalker. Boy, I wonder if they're going to come out with when he's a child, too. Boy, they're going to have so many different variations of Anakin and Darth Vader. Another Ewok right here, Paplu. Now, these pirate bruisers and fortunes leaders, those are just minions. Plo Koon's been released. Poe, Poggle, Pondo Baba, Princess Leia, Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, take a look at this. R2-D2. Now, this is going to be a playable character, mostly support. Take a look at this footage right here. There's some footage of him, actual footage from a trailer on a random EA video that you can see him spraying oil. And here's a screenshot of some of his stats. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this might be an exclusive character that is a part of the AAT tank, new raid boss that's coming out. Here's some footage of that, and that is very exciting. I can't wait to have a new Guild War. Can't wait for that. That's going to be so much fun. Rebel Luke Skywalker. All right, so that is the other Skywalker. Now, this guy is already in the game, and you can fight against him. He's like one of the boss battles. More minion-type characters are just fillers, rebels, and then stormtroopers. Republic, Merc, Enforcer. Rey's already been released. Royal Guard has already been released. Sand Trooper. More just generic placeholder titles. These are probably just NPC characters we're going to fight against. Savage is already in the game. Scout Trooper. This was like my favorite Stormtrooper, and that was in Return of the Jedi. I love that. Separatist, Merc Spy, Shock T. Pretty sure she's going to be playable. That was an important character in the Clone Wars. Shahan Alma. And then we've got a ton of different Snow Troopers and Stormtroopers. Stormtrooper Han has already been released. Suji, Sunfac was just released. More droids. All right, T-Series Tactical Droid, and he was shown inside of that footage for the new AAT tank raid boss. Talia, Tebow, TIE Fighter Pilot has not been released yet, and that is different than the one that is currently out. Tion Medon, Tusken Brute, and Elder, and Raider, and Shaman, those have already been released. Wedge was just released, and then Wicket, who was my favorite Ewok when I was a little kid in Return of the Jedi. Here are some stats for him. So, in conclusion, all of these heroes may or may not show up later in the game. Some of them are already in there as bosses, but the only two that we pretty much know are going to be heroes in the near future are R2-D2 and Wicket, and I am very excited about that. If you know of any other heroes that are been spoiled or other people have screenshots, please hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Post it on my wall there. Okay, right here in the middle of the screen is a link to all of my Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos. This one right here will take you to the last video that I made. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.